Good morning. I am Dr. Mahajabin Fatima. Today I am taking topic tunnel diode. These are the outline. Introduction to the tunnel diode. Material used for the tunnel diode. Its working, advantages, disadvantages, and applications. These are the microwave solid state devices like tunnel diode uses quantum mechanic tunneling. Gun diode. This is transferred electron devices, impact, trap, Barrett. These diodes use avalanche transit time. Parametric devices uses varactor diode. Step recovery diode uses pin diode and Schottky barrier diode. So these are the microwave solid state devices. Today I am taking tunnel diode. So in a PN junction diode, the depletion width is large, and this wide depletion layer or depletion region in normal diode, this opposes the flow of the current. So hence the depletion layer acts as a barrier. So when we talk about the p-n junction diode, p-type layer and n-type layer are combined. So a junction is formed at the room temperature. Some of the electrons move towards the p-type layer, and the holes are moving towards the n-type layer. The majority carriers at n-type are electrons, and majority carriers at p-type layer are holes. So electrons are moving towards p-type and holes are moving towards n-type. So some of the electrons get recombined, and in the vicinity of the junction, the ions are created. So this junction have deplete of mobile charges. So hence, depletion layer acts, this creates a depletion layer, and this acts as a barrier. To overcome this barrier, we need to apply the sufficient voltage. And when sufficient voltage or this barrier voltage or this voltage is also called cut-in voltage, and this is also called built-in voltage. If the voltage provided more than the built-in voltage or cut-in voltage, the electric current starts flowing through the normal PN junction diode. Now come to the tunnel diode. Now, what are the necessity of the tunnel diode? Actually, tunnel, when we require some fast switching speed, or if we require very fast response, like if any input is given, the diode should give the output immediately. So for the fast response, the tunnel diodes can be used. The tunnel diode can also be used as an oscillator for the memory devices. So for such type of application and for the fast switching and fast response, the tunnel diode is used. This is the symbol of the tunnel diode. This is anode, this is cathode, and this T type T is written here. So this is acting as the tunnel diode. This is the pic of the tunnel diode. Now, the introduction, a tunnel diode, this is also called Esaki diode, which is named after Leo Esaki. The Leo Esaki has worked on the tunneling effect. The operation of the tunnel diode depends on the principle known as tunneling. So what is the meaning of the tunneling? Tunneling means the flow of the electrons from the conduction band at n-type layer towards the valence band at the p-side layer. So this is called tunneling. The materials used for the tunnel diode: germanium, silicon, gallium arsenide, gallium antimonide. These are the materials which are mainly used for making of the tunnel diode. Now, the width of the depletion region. Actually, the depletion region in the PN junction diode, this region is large as compared to the tunnel diode, since the tunnel diode impurity level is very high as compared to the PN junction diode. So the width of the depletion layer actually depends on the number of the impurities added. The impurities are atoms introduced into the p-type and n-type semiconductor to increase the electrical conductivity. So if a small number of impurities are added to the p-n junction diode, a wide depletion region is formed. But if large number of impurity are added to the p-n junction diode, so a very narrow depletion region will be formed. So in the tunnel diode, the p-type layer and n-type layer semiconductor are heavily doped, which means a large number of impurities are added to the p-type layer and to the n-type layer. So this heavy doping process produces a very narrow depletion layer at the junction. The concentration of the impurities in the tunnel diode is 1000 times more than the normal p-n junction diode. So in the normal p-n junction diode, the depletion width is large as compared to the tunnel diode. The wide depletion layer or the simple depletion region in the normal diode opposes the flow of the current. Hence, the depletion layer acts as a barrier. So to overcome this barrier, a sufficient voltage is required to give, and when sufficient voltage, or we can say when we give the voltage more than the built-in voltage or more than the barrier voltage, the current will start flowing in the diode. Now, unlike the p-n junction diode, the width of the depletion layer in the tunnel diode is very small, extremely narrow as compared to the p-n junction diode. So by applying a very small voltage, the current will start flowing in the tunnel diode. Now, concept of the tunneling. So before moving to the concept of the tunneling of tunnel diode, first we discuss about the p-n junction diode. See, in the forward bias p-n junction diode, see the energy level of the conduction band and valence band at p-type layer and at n-type layer. At p-type layer, this is the energy level of the conduction band and this is the energy level of the valence band. See, at the n-type layer, this is the energy level of the valence band at n-type, and this is the energy level of the conduction band at n-type layer. So EC is denoting the energy level at conduction band, EV is denoting the energy level at valence band, EG is the energy gap. So in the p-n junction diode, when it is forward biased, the electrons which are present at the conduction band, they start moving towards the p-type layer and at the conduction band. So electrons are moving from conduction band to conduction band, from n-type layer to p-type layer. This happens in the p-n junction diode when forward bias is applied. Now come to the tunnel diode. In the tunnel diode, see the energy level of the valence band is this, and the energy level of the conduction band is the at p-type layer, and at the n-type layer the energy level of the valence band is this and the energy level of the conduction band is this. That is, the energy level of the conduction band is very low. This is somewhere lesser than the energy level which is present at the valence band at p-type layer. This happens because of the high concentration of the impurity. So some of the electrons start moving towards the valence band. That is, electrons which are present at the conduction band at n-type layer, this moves towards the valence band at p-type layer. So this effect is called tunneling. That is, the electrons are moving from conduction band to the valence band, from n-type layer to p-type layer. This is called tunneling. So see the working of the tunnel diode. If potential is not provided, see the energy level of the valence band and the conduction band. Here the energy level of the valence band and conduction band are very low as compared to the energy level of the valence band and conduction band at p layer. That is, the valence band and conduction band energy level at n level, they are at very low level as compared to the valence band and conduction band energy level at p-type layer. So the electrons cannot move towards the p-type. So there will be no current. So you can see in this graph, the graph is showing the voltage versus current. On y-axis, current is taken, and on x-axis, voltage is taken. So if voltage is not provided, the electrons will not be moving anywhere. So current will not be flowing. But when very small current, which is less than the cut-in voltage, is provided, you can see the small current, small voltage is provided to the diode. So the energy level of the conduction band is increased. So this energy level is moved towards upper side. So the energy level of the conduction band at the end layer and energy level of the valence band at p layer, this is somewhere at the same position. So some of the electrons start moving from conduction band of the n-type layer towards the valence band of p-type layer. So some of the current start flowing. So here the current is shown. Now again, if the voltage is increased, see, if the voltage is increased somewhat more, so the energy level of the conduction band is again increased, so it moves towards the upward side. So the energy level of the conduction band and level of the valence band at the p-type layer and the energy level of the conduction band at the n-type layer, both are overlapping, both are at the same level. So the electrons start moving towards the valence band at p-type layer from the n-type layer. That is, the electrons which are present at the conduction band at n-type layer, they move towards the valence band of the p-type layer. So more and more electrons start flowing. So a large current will be flowing as compared to the previous case. So more current is flowing. Now if the voltage is again increased, if the voltage is again increased, if this is the position where the voltage is given, so here the maximum electrons were flowing and the maximum current is flowing. So but after this position, when the voltage is increased, so the energy level of the conduction band is again increased. Now the energy level of the conduction band at the n-type layer, it is at higher level uh, uh, as compared to the previous condition of the energy level of conduction band and at n-type layer. So some of the electrons will start moving, and not very large number of electrons will be moving towards the valence band of the p-type layer. So here the less number of electrons are flowing as compared to the previous case. So the less current will be flowing. Now you can see here that less current is flowing. So still, if the input voltage is increased, again the voltage is increased, a level will reach. This is called valley voltage. At this valley voltage, very few electrons were moving towards the valence band. So minimum current will be flowing. But if still the voltage is increased, now if the voltage is increased to the cut-in voltage, so the energy level of the conduction band has been increased. You can see the energy level of the conduction band has been increased, and it is quite larger than the energy level of the valence band at the p-type layer. So the electrons, now the electrons will not be able to move towards the valence band of the p-type layer from the n-type layer. So if the voltage is still increased, the electrons will move from the conduction band of the n-type layer towards the conduction band of the p-type layer. As shown here, you can see the electrons which are present at the conduction band at the n-type layer, they start moving towards the conduction band of the p-type layer instead of the valence band. So now the tunnel diode starts acting as a ordinary p-n junction diode. So the current start flowing. So the tunnel diode behaves its characteristics for the voltage which is less than the cut-in voltage or built-in voltage. So for this happens because of very narrow depletion region. So as the input is given, this give the electrons start switching, and so because of this, either the current is flowing or either the current will not be flowing. So this diode can be used for fast switching. And this negative resistance region, this this region where the voltage is increasing and current is decreasing, this is called negative resistance region, and this is used for the oscillation. So this was the characteristics On x-axis forward voltage, on y-axis forward current. The current is in milliampere, voltage is in volts. So the voltage, when it is less than the cut-in voltage, initially when voltage is not provided, there will be no current. But with the increase in the current, with the increase in the voltage, the current is increasing. But after a peak point, when voltage is increasing, still increasing after this peak point, the current will start decreasing. So this region is called negative resistance region. This is used for the oscillation purpose. When the current is minimum, this point is called valley point. This is also a threshold point. After this point, the tunnel diode will start acting as a conventional diode. So the advantages of tunnel diode, this is giving high speed operation. Since the diode is working on very low voltage, so this device gives very low power consumption. The noise is also very low and it is having long life. The advantages, the disadvantages, tunnel diodes cannot be fabricated in large numbers, and being a two-terminal device, the input and output are not isolated from one another. These are the applications. As we have already seen, the tunnel diode can be used as an oscillator, it can be used as a high-speed switch, it can be used in logic memory storage, it can be used in FM receivers. Thank you guys. Keep in touch.